What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I don't know if anybody saw it. I did raise the question in Mav chat earlier today, but you can see that the number on the amount of DEC burn today is not negative as it should be. It's positive. So we have printed, at the very least, 7.23 million DEC today. Now, it's probably more than that, considering that we burn, I don't know, anywhere between like 1 to 3, 1 to 5 million DEC per day, especially with the great burning going on. So this is 7 million net for the last 24 hours, meaning that it's net of whatever we've burned as well. We have probably printed even more than the 7 million. Now, where is this coming from? I don't think that we've gotten a really good answer. My guess would be probably some type of card burn if that's happening, especially if you're getting a lot of people exiting the game. Maybe they feel they can't sell a lot of the reward cards. If it's one of those bot farms that has a lot of the penny reward cards, they just want to get the value now. They might have just burned a bunch of stuff. So I don't quite know where it's come from, but it has raised the question for me that if it is card related, and even if it isn't card related, it raises this question for me of why do cards have a burn value in the first place? Why are we almost voluntarily letting these NFTs be something that can add inflation into the ecosystem? Now, I'm going to present the argument here why I think we don't necessarily need it moving forward, but I know that I may not be looking at it the right way. That's why I'm bringing it to you guys first, just to see how people feel. But what if in all future sets we didn't have a burn value? I'm trying to figure out what the downsides would be. Now, keep in mind, the burn value was tied to the collection power, which is now getting phased out. So as we move forward, collection power won't necessarily be a thing, whether it's for ranked play to determine what league you can get into, or it's for tournaments. We know that tournaments are going to be overhauled, and the collection power requirements for those are going to be removed as well. So if collection power is going to be phased out as an entire thing, then maybe we don't even need future cards to have a burn value. Should there be something that you get if you burn them? Yeah, maybe, but and that's what I'm trying to figure out here. But I don't necessarily see the value. If anything, it becomes a situation where people are looking at a set like Chaos Legion, for example, that has 3 million cards, or sorry, 3 million packs unopened. Actually, we can get the exact number here: 2.993 million packs that are still circulating and unopened. And if there's never going to be a need for those cards, they could essentially get burned and add inflation to DEC. So as we look ahead to other, whether it's like the promo mini set that has been teased or Rebellion onwards, my question to you guys is, should any of these cards even bother with A, collection power, and then B, the burn value associated with that collection power? Now, it would be such a radical shift. I don't know if the team is trying to go in that direction. They could be, right? We've definitely had radical shifts before, so I'm not trying to say that it's impossible. But what I'm just trying to look at here is just if this was a card burn, and if we continue to see card burns in the future, especially as DEC gets closer to its burn value, and there's a lot of excess cards that we don't necessarily go through or utilize on land. Again, I'm one of the people that's a little bit bearish, not on land, but on land eating up all of the necessary cards and all of the cards that we need within the ecosystem. I think that there's just too many cards out there. I think land is still going to be fun and awesome, and it'll be better for you to utilize leveled up, maxed out legendaries and gold foils. But the Venari Heatsmiths of the world, if you're telling me that we're going to eat through, 1.8 million of them just for land, I don't know. I'm not seeing it yet, which means if we don't get the player base coming in and they choose to spend money on the Venari Heatsmiths versus a lot of the other cards out there, well, what ends up happening to these cards? They're not good enough for land. They're not good enough for new players. Somebody may just decide to burn them, especially if they're sitting on them right now. So, as we look at this, obviously, this stuff like this just is so frustrating because we've been so good about burning DEC over the past month, over the past couple of months with Land 1.0, with the Great Burning Event, and obviously the Great Burning Event is still going on now. But anytime I see us jump up, 7 million, probably more, a little bit more than 7 million in a day, it's just like, oh, well, we just kind of cut out a couple of days worth of progress. So again, stuff like that is going to happen. But if the root cause is the fact that we can get DEC inflation from cards, my question then becomes, once again to you guys, is should cards have a collection power and burn value in the future? What would be the potential downsides? Because as I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't seem necessary. And if it doesn't seem necessary, it almost feels like it should be addressed before we come out with any other major expansion. But these are just my thoughts. I'm just rambling here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We can continue the conversation there. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.